Right. So one more thing which I would like to talk to you about in the It's All About Life Skills series. Uh, does it happen many a times with you regarding a subject that you know, or regarding your studies, that you've planned to study something today and you couldn't achieve that target today, and then you put it for tomorrow, but tomorrow already originally where there was something else planned, and that is why you couldn't do the previous day backlog, and that day work what was decided, that could also not be completed. So likewise, you know, piles and piles of work or study, or like, you know, in income tax or companies act we have like accumulated depreciation. So here you have your accumulated study, such type of a thing. Does it ever happen with you? And then at the last minute, when you know, when the exam date approaches, then you start all the fear, you know, all the fear factor starts coming up then, that now how am I going to finish it? There is so much, there are 30, like if I talk about audit specifically, there are 36 standards. As if you did not know this on the day when the class started, all of a sudden now few days before the exam this realization happens. There are so many clauses in ethics. There is tax audit, there's GST audit, there's bank insurance. Like, you know, now you know at least the chapter names. That's the good part of it. But then now it looks too much, you know, to take at the same time and study. And that I'm talking only about audit. You have like 8 subjects to deal with, right? And thankfully, if you're not writing CS or CMA or, you know, IAS exam or some IFRS or CPA along with it, okay, only CA final you're writing, and say you're writing group 1 only, not both groups also. So whatever be, you know, whatever all is on your plate, okay, the situation looks beyond control, right? How is it possible? How will I do it now? You get tensed now. So, you know, most of you would have had an experience of going into a thali restaurant, right? Thali restaurant, right? Where the menu is pre-decided. When you go into that restaurant, you just tell them how many people you are, one thali per individual, and they serve you the thali. Okay, right. So, say we go to this particular thali restaurant, and you know, per person there is one thali being served over there. And yes, this is what comes in front of you. Tempting, you're feeling very very hungry, okay, and now looking at the way it has been presented, first of all it's mind blowing, okay, the way it has been put over there. And now, you know, you were very hungry before you entered into the restaurant. That is why you made a decision today that let me go to a thali restaurant. So no deciding from the menu and anything, just go and they will serve the thali. But now looking at so much of quantity and variety, you're like looking at it, only your stomach is full. And then you like, okay, how, from where to start, whether I'll be able to finish, okay, these thoughts. Now your hunger has gone aside, okay, now the fear has come, okay, how do I manage to eat all this on my own? Okay, so this is what happens, you know, when you don't study chapter wise, you know, daily basis wise, and all of a sudden, you know, you want to study the entire thing together. So your situation is exactly like when you have to eat this entire thali. Okay, say on the other hand, you again go to another thali restaurant, but there the moment you sit at the chair table, which, you know, the table which is allotted to you, such type of a thali comes in front of you. Okay, and now gradually, one by one, they will start serving you the dishes. Like, you know, first they will start with some starters, okay, some chaat or some particular items, they'll give you buttermilk, right? Then after that, so you eat that, you start eating with that, the munching you start. Then they will give you the vegetables, the curries which they have prepared, then chapati along with it, roti along with it. Okay, so then they will give you only one roti at a time. So if you require, you can call for an additional one. Then after you finish eating the roti, then they will give you the rice. And rice also, if they have 3-4 varieties, you know, they will give you one at a time. They will ask which one you want, and accordingly they will serve it hot. Okay, so now in this second situation where the thali, you know, the plate is empty, and then one by one the dishes, items are being served, and then you are eating it, does it, like, will you actually end up eating more than what you were hungry, or more than what you generally eat in this situation, even though if you were less hungry, right? Because the manner in which it is being served, no, the manner in which it is being served, that, you know, the systematic manner, the stepwise manner, that is why you are able to eat more than what you had expected. right? Then after the rise, then again, you said you had like some chart in the beginning, you still find there's little space, I can still have one piece of that chart, so you call for that item. Then after that the desserts come, then they give you some for a mouth refresher or something. Okay, so you have like eaten to your heart's content after such a long time. Okay, right. So my it's just a correlation which I'm trying to make. So similarly, when you are studying, okay, right, I've put a sticker over there, which says like do it now. Okay, it won't be manageable, it will go beyond manageable proportions, right, after a certain point of time as the days of the exam keeps coming closer. Right, so every day make a timetable for the month, for the entire duration of your study, yes, but also prepare a daily timetable. Try to achieve whatever your daily targets, have your carry forward brought forward, go to the next page. Right, certainly you will be in a better way to complete your syllabus if you follow this approach of going in a systematic stepwise approach, rather than keeping all modules in front of you, all class notes which you've completed in the laptop fully loaded, 8 video lectures of 8 faculties from which you wanted to study. My god, the situation environment which you've created around itself is not very conducive to study. So it is better that one by one, 2-3 subjects at a time, 1 or 2 subjects, daily revision, having a stock of the situation, that would be very beneficial. Right, thank you.